for joining us here on 2K Sports. NBA basketball. This is Brian Anderson, joined by Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson. Allie LaForce will be our reporter from the sideline. Maxey with it. Outside Anunoby. From downtown. Gets the three ball to go. And not too often we see a matchup like this one. Both of these teams are elite when it comes to cleaning the glass, Greg.
Yeah, B.A., and that's why I expect this to get physical around the rim, which will put the endurance of these teams' rebounders to the test.
Now here's Maxey. Over ball. The bank shot, no good. And the 76ers with possession. It's a three-point game. First quarter of play, a minute in. Inside. It's stolen by Dunn. Outside, Williams. Pass to Dunn. Stolen by Booker. Here we go, the Sixers on the break. That one's good for two.
So lethal from the mid-range. Booker's just one of those guys that can hit you at all three levels.
Left side, Maxey. Here's Dunn. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. And Ball will bring it up here for the Philadelphia 76ers. Such a wide open look.
And that's what makes Towns so dangerous offensively. He's a threat even when he's playing off the ball.
Here's Maxey. And he jams it home with authority.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Towns for three. RJ, it was a wild year in Philadelphia. They used 30 players last season.
Third most for a team in league history. They set a record for different starting lineups with over 50. Yes, 50 combination. They're hoping for a little bit more consistency this year.
The kick out to Williams. Pure from three-point range.
Well, you got to be able to shoot fast in the league. So it's nice to see Williams doesn't need a lot of setup time.
Ball outside. Pass to Booker. Here's Towns. Edey with a defensive effort. And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for the Thunder. To the middle. Now Anunoby. Six on the shot clock. Anunoby on the wing. And again, Oklahoma City with a triple.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to catch up with Nick Nurse. I brought up Tyrese Maxey and I asked him what makes him so hard to guard. He said, quote, to put things simply, his speed and his decision making. He's one of the fastest guys in the game and also picks smart shots to take. That combination is lethal. We'll see how his defense fares against Maxey tonight. Brian, back to you.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Wiggins for three. Drops in the three.
Wiggins getting some instant payback for that three on the other end. You just got to love the competitive fire.
Williams makes a fantastic move and nails the shot.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
Outside Jones. Left side Booker. That's in. Coming off an assist from Jones.
Instantaneous offense. Booker gets the hot pass and quickly has that shot in the air.
Right side Maxey. Pass to Anunoby. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
Ball with it. And it's Anunoby picking him up. Edey with a steal. Now Williams. Give him 8. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. And Tyrese Maxey gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the
And here's Booker. He's been an offensive weapon for them, scoring around 17.5 points a game. And here are the Thunder now. 6-point lead. Everyone knows Devin Booker for one thing, Richard, his ability to score.
Yeah, I always think back to that 70-point game he had against the Celtics. He was only 20 at the time, the youngest ever in that 70-point club.
Now here's Ball. He's scoreless. Pulls up on the wing. Vassell with the rebound.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised it ended up going their way with the miss.
Back to Portis. Shoots over Booker. Portis gets the bucket.
You have to appreciate guys who can work the mid-range area. It's clearly how you keep defenses honest.
And when we talk about the numbers, the analytics for great shooters like him, pretty much any shot is a good shot.
Here's Bona. Clock at 6. Here's Mullins. And that's good. His first bucket of the game. 1:05 left now in the first quarter. Now here's Maxey. They know they can count on him for consistent offense with 16 a game. Here's Ball. Pass to Mullins. To the inside. Portis with the steal. Up ahead. And then Portis with the dunk.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Yeah, once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind. Oh, man, he's feeling it this quarter. They should be looking to get him going every trip down the floor.
Whitmore with it. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. 5 to shoot. There's the drive. Soft touch off the glass. And the Thunder lead by 8.
I know it's early, but you have to wonder if these offenses can keep this up.
There will be some letdown at some point, but these teams, they are built to score. So.
And that does it for the first quarter. Oklahoma City ahead, up 8. After this break, we'll be back. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And the other thing you notice is how determined they've been to get into the paint and get buckets around the rim.
Pass to Cornette. DeRozan deciding where to go with it. Second shot opportunity. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
Just great energy on the offensive glass. That's exactly how you cut into a lead.
Boy, a slam like that is sure to give him a spark. On the wing, Whitmore. Outside, Williams. Again, Oklahoma City.
And I like when Williams works in these mid-range areas. I mean, such an impressive score.
Screen by O'Neal. Henderson with it. Now guarded by Simons. Pass to Cornette. Two shots, two makes. Off to a good start.
Give a good player a good look, and you know what the outcome will be.
Vassell outside. Releases. And it's Oklahoma City with another.
Give lots of credit to Devin Vassell. He's really improved his game over the years.
Well, Grant, you look up and down this Thunder roster. It is just loaded with winning players.
Yeah, B.A. Guys who are going to make the right play, defend their spot, move without the ball. I mean, they've built something special in OKC, piece by piece.
Here's Whitmore. It's deflected. Fast break. Here comes Philadelphia. Pass to Cornette. He's got it. 4 for 4 now. He's automatic.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
Here's Vassell. Williams from long range. Buries it from 3. Williams has got 5 points now this quarter.
And his ability to efficiently score, that's really helped him out in this one, putting them ahead on the scoreboard.
Cornette sets a screen. It's hauled in by Portis. Thunder leading by 7. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thank you, guys. Coach Mark Dagnall talked about the Thunder's system of player development, and he said, we try to do things that serve both the team and the individual, and then it's easier for guys to commit to it, and if that happens, then you have an environment that can be pretty powerful. Brian, back over to you.
Turning potential into production. Thanks a lot, Allie. And it's DeRozan missing. Pass to Whitmore. Oh, his shooting remains on point. 3 for 4 thus far.
Athleticism showing through from Whitmore. He doesn't need much room at all to operate in close.
DeRozan a screen. Henderson with it. Now guarded by Simons. And stolen by Williams. Out to Simons. It's stolen by Henderson. Pass to Cornette. To stop the run. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Now Simons. Yet to see a basket. Now Vassell. This one for 3. Count it. 2 for 4 from the field now.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Pass to O'Neal. Philadelphia moving it around. The shot by Mullins, no good.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
In a major drought, need to find some sort of momentum.
Now Cornette, defended by Portis. Oh, it's stolen away. On the wing, Simons. Fires from deep. On the wing, Vassell. Outside Whitmore. Clock at 4. Outside, Williams. Tries again. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And so Mark Dagnall will call a timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan. A big group substitution here for Oklahoma City. In this league, you've got to have moves and counter moves. Grant, your toolkit was pretty complete coming in.
Well, you know, I tried to keep adding to it. It's like baseball. If they're struggling to hit your heater, that changeup will work even better.
Yep, that one's good.
Not the shot I expected him to take or make, but hey, look, joke's on me. He hit it.
Outside Maxey. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Thunder lead by 15.
Continuing to work, no give from Maxey, even amongst the bigs.
Screen by O'Neal. Back to Walker. Shoots over Anunoby. Walker's shot is off. And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for the Thunder. They lead by their biggest margin of the game. It's at 15 points. 1:51 left to play in the half. Walker with it, and it's Anunoby picking him up. Mullins off the mark there with a 3. Oklahoma City leading by 15. Down low. Here's Edey. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Pass to Towns. Ooh, great D that time from Dunn.
Give the defender credit. Willing to challenge the shot. Lots of other guys just let them score there.
To the paint. Now Edey. Here's the cell. And again, it's Oklahoma City.
And after struggling out the gate, he's looked more confident. And it's why his teammates have continued to feed him.
Up top, O'Neal. Pass to Mullins. Over Maxey. The rebound by Edey.
That's 2 points they should have had. I'm sure he'd love to get that look again.
Oh, it's stolen by Towns. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. To the middle. It's stolen by Dunn. "17 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Maxey surveys. And Scoot Henderson picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
He didn't have his feet planted.
Substitution for your 76ers. Andrew Wiggins.
8 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's the cell. And that's not going to go. And so it's Oklahoma City out in front by 19 going into the break. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. We'll be right back. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. 76ers trail by 19. Pass to Towns. And here's Wiggins. Outside Booker. The kick out to Ball. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Thunder pull it in.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Vassell outside. Fires the three. Jones grabs the board. Ball outside. Launches a three. Unable to get that one. Thunder leading by 19. Anunoby on the take. Up top, Maxey. Pass to Edey. Shoots over Ball. And it's Edey missing. Outside Booker. Now here's Towns. Maxey covering. The kick out to Wiggins. Oh, stolen by Anunoby. Here's Maxey. And he drives in. And he goes in for the dunk.
And Maxey is just terrific on the drive. His speed and ability to finish is different in so many ways.
Towns has got room. Yes! And it's Booker with the setup. Towns has got his second bucket of the night.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
Anunoby for three. Jones grabs the board. 76ers trail by 19. And here's Ball. Still without a bucket.
The contest and the rebound, folks. That is how you defend.
Well, Grant, the 2025 season was sort of a return to form for Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, B.A., he just seemed more comfortable out there, right? Getting back to what his numbers used to look like and just playing with reckless abandon.
It's Booker on the wing. It's tipped.
Putting that 6'10 wingspan to use, Vassell comes away with the rejection.
And so Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Big group substitution here for Oklahoma City.
Substitution on the court.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. 5 on the clock. And rejected.
And Williams getting his timing just right on the block. Defending with purpose.
Count the basket.
And just totally relentless. Only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
The shot by Towns, no good.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
The baseline J is on the way. The shot by Dunn, no good.
There's no way that's the best look this offense can produce.
And you couldn't get a better shot up? Like, come on, you got to make the extra pass. Like, being a teammate will go so far in this league.
Pass to Jones. Booker with it. And it's Anunoby picking him up. And stolen by Williams. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
And using that speed right there, it's what makes Simons hard to stop in transition.
Outside Booker. Shoots over Portis. Simons deciding where to go with it. The kick out to Williams. Outside Anunoby. And it's good for 2. Anunoby's got 10 points. And taking a quick gander here at the hustle stats for the Thunder.
All you have to do is look at one stat, and that is their block numbers. It tells you how tight their D has been. They've been going out of their way to smother the defense.
And defensively, they're speeding them up, forcing mistakes, and continuing to come up with steals.
Williams misses. And Ball will bring it up here for the 76ers. It'll be the front end of a 2-game road trip. Pass to Booker. Fires it. Up again. It's hauled in by Portis.
Yeah, it feels like he's forcing things, which will happen. He's trying to help his team.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, Devin Booker's focused on hooping and leaving a legacy. He said, my thing is, and Kobe said it too, inspiring the youth is everything. A kid grows up and is like, man, I want to be Devin. I want to dress like him. I want to play like him. And that's what makes me wake up in the morning. Back to you guys.
A role model for that next generation. Okay, Allie, thanks for the report. Ball. And Anunoby pulls it down. Pass to Portis. Now done. Nice ball movement by Oklahoma City. Fast break. Here comes Philadelphia. There's Ball with a 3. And Anunoby pulls it down.
I mean, he's yet to make a shot this quarter. At some point, you got to look for other ways to impact the game.
Dunn's shot is good.
Yeah, one of the great things about Anunoby is he can take on so many roles. If he needs to facilitate, he can do that.
Jones from outside. Doesn't go for him.
And they've won the battle on the board so far, and the scoreboard reflects that.
They set a physical tone early on, and they're being rewarded for their efforts.
And there's the call on Lonzo Ball. That's his first foul of the game.
Substitution on the court.
Simons outside. Oh, sweet move.
The experience of DeRozan a step ahead of the shooter.
Oklahoma City calls timeout. Group getting ready for Oklahoma City.
Give him a hand.
Shot clock at 6. Here's the cell. Rebound by Philadelphia.
He's been off. Still, they're up, so not all is lost.
Pass to Henderson. It's stolen by Maxey. Takes a 3. Got a hand on it.
Yeah, boy, Henderson has a flair for the dramatic. What a block. You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Here's Maxey. Count it. Maxey's got 4 points this quarter.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
O'Neal with it. And Lopez picks him up. And the bucket is good. Henderson's gotten his first basket of the night.
Yeah, even though he's 6'2", Henderson is best attacking on the interior.
Here's Vassell. Oh, hits the outside fadeaway. Vassell's got 9. There's 21 seconds left in the third. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Henderson scanning the floor with 4 on the clock. And he sinks the layup. Henderson's got his second bucket on the night.
At point-blank range, oh, yeah, you're not missing from there.
And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder, already up 26 points as this quarter ends. Well, when you win...
The Thunder, 60.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. So it's Oklahoma City now. Now here's Maxey to the inside. And the dunk by Edey.
Heads up on the money pass by Maxey. Great vision.
DeRozan outside. Pass to Mullins. There's the 3. The Thunder with the rebound. Following this one, they get to host the Bulls. And that's a 1-game homestand for the club. There's the screen. Here's Maxey. Nice D from Henderson. And here's Henderson. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia with the 7-footer. He got a piece of it. Here's Maxey. Plenty of space. From out on the wing, he knocks it down.
And Maxey's shot selection is diverse. Such a confident scorer.
Outside O'Neal. Back to Henderson. Down low. Cornette. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
His playmaking is something to watch. Threading that pass right in there.
Outside Maxey. Pass to Whitmore. DeRozan with the rebound. Well, Richard, we know that coaches will sometimes criticize their team's performance in those post-game press conferences. But where's that line?
Well, I think coaches should always use I. When you say I, and I as the leader of the team, I have to have them prepared, ready. I didn't do a good job making sure that I demanded the type of execution. That first always helps.
Henderson, right side. Pass to Mullins. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Now here's Maxey. Over Henderson. And it's Maxey missing. Henderson outside. Edey with a steal. Vassell with it. Henderson picks him up. Pass to Whitmore. Back to Lopez. From 11 feet away. That's short off the rim. And a big issue for them, turnovers.
Yeah, you just can't give away possessions in this league.
Here's Mullins. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Here's Vassell. Pass to Whitmore. From outside the arc. Mullins with a rebound. Philadelphia with the ball. We played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Henderson left side. Shot clock at 5. 2 open that time. They didn't look easy.
No no one there to contest, so he just drops it in like he's at the rec league.
Outside Maxey. And Scoot Henderson picks up the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game. Well, you want officials to get the calls right, but for video review, maybe institute a 2-minute time limit, you think?
Oh, I would love a good 2-minute time limit, but the worst thing to do would be to go to a 2-minute time limit and then have them not get it right. Then you wasted all that time.
And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. All right, Grant, as someone who played for and managed the U.S. men's national team, give us your all-time starting five.
And, you know, I think I'll go with two of the program's all-time leading scorers, Kevin Durant and Carmelo Anthony. And finally, you have to have Kobe Bryant because of just how he reset the culture in 2008.
Late clock, the Sixers need to put one up here. And that'll be Philadelphia's ball as it goes out of bounds. Sixers able to keep the possession. Shot clock at 2. Here's DeRozan. Oh, yes, the turnaround.
And it really took a while, but they've started to find their form. And this run's making the deficit look a little bit more respectable.
Pass to Houston. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
And even from where we're sitting, you can clearly tell it was a foul.
And he drops the first.
Houston taking 2 shots.
And so he hits both. Grant, you're involved with helping the NBA grow the game globally. How important are those initiatives?
You know, BA, it's very important to watch how the game has grown over the last 30 years that I've been connected with the NBA is quite staggering. But there's more work to be done. So every initiative, every appearance, every camp, every game is so vitally important as we continue to spread the game of basketball all over the world.
Oklahoma City leading by 21. Simons with it. Pass to Lopez. Fires from the wing. And it's Cornette with a rebound.
That is not a bad decision to pull it from there. It was just a little bit off with the execution.
DeRozan outside. It's hauled in by Portis.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
Pass to Houston. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Some changes for Philadelphia.
Substitution on the court.
Now Philadelphia with it. They're on a 14-5 run. Pass to Jones. Towns outside. Over Portis. Towns can't get it to go. Oklahoma City leading by 21.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Thunder.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, BA, just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And with this performance, they'll have claimed their 8th win of the year.
And that's a sweep of the season series. It's clear who the matchup favors. They'll wish they could have seen more of these guys.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Jalen Williams.
And he's been a well-oiled machine on offense, keeping things simple on this end, getting the looks that he wanted, knocking them down.
5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Now Simons. Fires away from way outside. Towns with a rebound. And so Oklahoma City takes this.